Okay, everybody, and in today's video, I'm going to show you one big thing that could save you a lot of money, and it's how to change your own oil, not get ripped off in an oil change place. And my hands are a little filthy. Numero uno is what you want to do is you want to jack the car up so you don't get crushed. And number two is you pull the drain plug out, get a 5-quart compatible oil fill system, and then you see how much oil your car takes, which in this case it's 5 quarts, and it's an 06 Taurus, so these things take 5W20 synthetic. So you get the synthetic oil, and the next thing you gotta do is just give me 1 second. Okay, and then number two is you replace that decrepit drain plug. Plastic ones are always a little harder to get off, and you can see it kind of resonated to the plug a little bit. So it made it a little hard to get off. So now you got the new drain plug gasket on. Now what you want to do is you want to go up here. You got your oil filter, and I might be going underneath and getting it from underneath. We might have to take some of this plastic crap apart, and don't get burned by the hot exhaust. All right, so let's see. Oh man, these Tauruses can be fun sometimes. If you see, that right there is where you have your oil filter. And that's from August 18th of 2025. So we might have to wait for this engine to cool down a little bit. And what a Ford design to have the starter right next to the oil filter. Okay, so on these things, the easiest way to get through with it is, remember the exhaust manifold's going to be a little hot. So what you want to do is you want to be careful around that. But see where I'm using the towel as leverage? And I'm taking the oil filter off. And, man, I should eat a little more Thanksgiving dinner is the way I breathe. But you can see the oil filter is starting to come off. Now, I sometimes like to, because on these things you don't really have to lubricate the inside of the filter itself. You can just put a little bit of fluid on the O-ring, and now you come out with the filter, and then you now put the drain plug back on the bottom of the system, and then what you do is you put the new filter on. Okay, so this is part 2 to the video on how to change your oil because I pressed the wrong button. Okay, so we are at putting the gasket on to the drain plug. And as you can see with this Ford system, it's a little wonky. You just want to make sure it's on there snug. And we just took off the oil filter. And now what we are going to do is you want to have it hand tight. If you can see where my hand is, you want to just, as a matter of fact, I'm actually going to show you guys a trick real quick. This is a secret to ensuring your engine lasts forever. Get the plug out of there, and then what you do, actually get the cap out. That way it will allow circulation in the system. And now what you do is you put your phone back up for a prop so you can show people how to do it. And I want you to watch my hand, okay? Hopefully I got a good filming angle. It's kind of hard to do this with only one hand. Take a look at my hand. And what my hand is doing, besides moving, is moving the drain plug hand tight. This is very easy to do until you can't spin it with your hand. And then once you can't spin it with your hand, this is rocket science, then what you do is you get the socket set and you spin it the rest of the way until it's tight. Now, you don't want to make it super tight, because then what you could do is you could strip the stupid thing. And that's not what you're trying to do. And one piece of advice that I have to you people is don't get nervous to work on your own car, because working on your own car can save you a lot of money. And I really am pretty sure you guys are just like me. Working on your own car means lower repair bills and more money in your piggy bank. to keep your old car running down the road for years and years and years to come. Now, I don't have the stickers, and occasionally, if I'm feeling a little lazy, then what I'll do is have my phone send me a reminder when it's time to get the new oil change. I'm a 5,000 mile oil change guy. Oil's cheap, this engine's expensive, so change the oil. So now what we're gonna do is we are going to get the new oil. Whee! First, put the cap back on. My hands and my phone are swimming in grease. Put the cap back on. Actually, wait until we get the new filter on. Now, as you can see, I got this great Fram from the auto parts store. It was only $1.06. Now, the engine on this the oil on this car's engine, quite dirty. Now, I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to show you guys how to lubricate your engine filter. Okay, so here's what we're going to do now. You don't have to fill the filter all the way, just put a little bit in there. And then what you want to do is you want to splab a little bit of lubricant on the O-ring. That way you can get it off. And what you do is you dip your finger in there. Now I'm filming the right way. And you rub your finger all over the pan, the O-ring. Okay. Now, since we got the new filter on, you want to make sure it's nice and snug. All right. Now, just for safekeepings, we just want to make sure. Okay, that's not hand tight. That is hand tight. That's not hand loose. Safekeepings, we want to make sure. Jesus Christ. Maybe I should stop eating so much. Okay, so the drain plug is all on and it's nice and snug. So what we now want to do is find where I put my funnels, because we don't want to be a slob. Now what you want to do is you want to find a funnel like that so you don't make a mess. And what you then do is, what I did is I washed out the inside of the funnel because you don't want a bunch of crap to get all over the place. And I'm going to try to find a great area to film. What you now want to do is you get your 5 quarts of 5W20 oil, which is what this Taurus calls for. And yeah, you'll get a little bit around the place. Man, this thing was thirsty. Ooh, wee! As you can see, the oil's going in the car, not in the engine, not in the transmission, right? It's in the engine. See the valve cover right here. Okay, now you can lift it up with your hand a little bit. It's still really thirsty. You want to let it get through the system a little bit. And here comes my neighbors. And then what you do is you keep pouring it in. Do 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 do. Hi. Then what you do is you continuously let it pour in until it's all gone, because I'm assuming you're cheap like me and you don't want to waste any oil. And what you now do is you remove the system, or remove the funnel, and you put the cap back on the oil thing, filler. And now what you want to do is check the oil, of course, and just to be sure. Again, we want to take every piece of caution, and that oil's nice and clean. So what you now want to do is you want to start the engine wherever Ryan might have put his keys, and the job is done. Now you'll see the system. Oh, I always lose my keys. All right, let me find my keys. Now what you do is I put my phone down for a second. And you start the engine up, and you see that the oil light stays on for a second because the system's got to build up pressure. And you let the engine run for a little bit. And you inspect everything, make sure everything's running good. This engine's running way better with the new oil in it. And